So let me get this straight. Tom Brady covers up the fact that he deflated footballs, all right? Gets suspended for it initially for 4 games. And the courts today overturned Roger Goodell's decision. Now, how can I say this in like the most without being too upset or anything like that? How can I say this? Roger Goodell is being made to look like he's completely incompetent. I mean, as the commissioner of this league, laying down, um, decision after decision after decision, and just being overturned. I mean, the Bounty Gate. Everybody that was involved in Bounty Gate that got suspended got overturned. Um, Greg Harvey's his suspension got basically from indefinite taken down to about a couple of games. Ray Rice went from indefinite down to maybe a few games. He's still not in the NFL. And then this Deflategate thing with Tom Brady, man. I mean, it's just the evidence is just not completely there. But if you're a fan of the game and you look at Brady and you're saying, okay, for all the people out there that are football stupid that don't understand, it's easier to throw a ball that is not necessarily completely inflated than a ball that is completely inflated. And if Brady was so innocent in this situation, what happened to the telephone that he had? Why was the telephone, mysteriously destroyed? See, I'm gonna tell you like this. The NFL Players Association, they have to understand, and this goes all the way back to that stupid comment that what's his face, Chris Carter went out and said, a fall guy, right? These guys, in the NFL PA, these guys feel as though they could just do anything and just get away with it. And that's basically what this judge, basically, this is basically what this meaning means. That these guys are not held completely accountable for the reckless things that they do. And looking at Goodell, even though Goodell has made himself look incompetent with some of his late and out of date decisions, this 4 game suspension should have been upheld. Because it's basically like, at the end of the day, it does taint their Super Bowl victory. I don't care what none of these Patriots fans out here say. You come to the video and hate if you want. I don't care. All right. The validity of that Super Bowl win is in question. How they got there, his Super Bowl wins in the past are questioned. All those things are questioned. But the thing is that the reason why you can't completely question him, and this is what I want people to understand. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there that like the ball at a certain field. So if you're going to look at Brady and say, okay, he's a cheater, you might as well look at a whole bunch of these other quarterbacks that are in the Hall of Fame that have the jacket, and that's where Brady's going to ultimately be sooner or later, like it or not. You had to look at them and you had to say kind of the same thing, that these guys kind of altered the footballs under or below where the football should be for standardized regulation play. So at the end of the day, man, I know the Patriots teammates, they're jumping up and down for joy. As a fan of the NFL, and I'm looking at this, and I've played the game. I know the game. I haven't played in the NFL, but I played the game of football. You know, this is really damning. You know what I'm saying? It basically sends the message out that these guys can basically cheat. And this is not the only time that the Patriots organization has been caught in these cheating rings. All right, can blatantly cheat, get caught, and then get away with it. I mean, like I said, when you go back and you look at a lot of Roger Goodell's track record with suspending players, a lot of the decisions have been taken to court, and almost all of them have either been reduced or nullified altogether. I mean, it's almost like Roger Goodell's being looked at like he's an incompetent commissioner, man. How y'all feel about this, man? I mean, I really don't. I don't like the fact that this was overturned. Not just because I don't like the Patriots or Tom Brady, but because of the fact that it's basically sending a message to the fans that these players, these guys can basically cheat. These guys could take steroids, HGH. They can deflate footballs, mess with the equipment. So the stuff that you see on Sunday is not completely real. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing, Tom Brady putting up video game numbers, and now in the back of your brain, you're like, okay, he threw for like 400 yards in this game, 6 touchdowns. Was that real, or was that aided by a friggin' deflated football? I mean, come on, folks. But it is what it is. He'll be starting against the Steelers. When is that game? September the 9th. He'll be right there against the Steelers. Everything is suddenly changed in that game. Pittsburgh was a huge favorite in that game. I'm pretty sure that they were. And now, the Patriots look like they're going to go up in there and walk them, because there's not going to be any Le'Veon Bell in that game. And, that's just how I feel. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I still think that Tom Brady's a cheater. I still think that the Patriots organization are cheaters. I really do. And I think that a lot of these teams in the NFL do cheat. I mean, at the end of the day, because this is basically the message that is being sent, that it's okay for these teams to cheat. It's okay for these players to blatantly cheat, get caught, and then they don't get, there's no kind of discipline for these guys, so they can just run roughshod. And like Chris Carter said, they could just have a fall guy come out, and I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. World Championship breaking news. Tom looks like he's happy, doesn't he? Till next time, folks. Peace out.